We are going to be taking on the intermediate map known as Polyphemus, and we're going to do it as fast as we possibly can, and this will be our 45th Black Border. And our hero for this one, if you can believe it, is actually going to be Adora, or the Voidora skin, because I think it's one of the coolest skins in the game, hands down. I never use Adora, but I feel like she's going to be a lot of help here because her little beam can kind of go across the whole track once it attacks something initially, just like the sub can. But as far as this map goes, I was a little nervous at first because of the eye. So I guess the end of around the ends in 5, it closes and then you have to buy it to open it back up, and it gets progressively expensive. So I figured, okay, that's going to be a lot of work. And yes, it does give you some really cool buffs, like a really good discount, the speed, and then the camo as well. But you're going to have to deal with that all the time and make sure you always have enough money. And then it's all kind of unnecessary because you can just put subs over here, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be going as fast as we can, cheating the system a little bit and not using this. And I think that's why it's an intermediate map and not an advanced or expert, because you don't have to use this pool. Now, if you had to use this pool, that would be a lot different story. But before we get too far, and don't forget to head on over to settings, click creator support code, and type in code Dabloon, because it helps out the channel every time you purchase something from the Ninja Kiwi store at no extra cost to you. So let's just jump right into this, hit that timer, hit play, and then put a door right here and speed this thing up. And then we're just gonna try to fill in both sides. And I think that's gonna be the best play here for chimps. That's what I was thinking about doing, just filling up both sides, making sure that nothing really gets to this point. But at the end of the day, if it does go around here, it's still a relatively short map, which is why it's kind of weird that it's only intermediate, because it is a short map and it can be difficult. But I think it's just because of the fact that you don't have to place it in this little eye here. Now, I would like to, but that would be a whole different thing. And the reason why we chose this map to begin with is because I was getting a few comments about people asking for this map because they were struggling with it. And I imagine it's because they were messing around with the eye, and it would be cool if we could do that. But for this one, it's $0. We'll just keep doing it and checking on it to see how high it can actually progress. But when I did a little bit of looking on the wiki, it gets up there pretty crazily. And I think from 0 to 100, it's something around like 27,000. I could be wrong, but that's a lot of money to spend on just keeping an eye open just so you can have a sub. So I definitely think the plan would be to use towers that can go global, like helicopters and planes and top path boats, and then subs early on. Even druids would be really, really cool, right? Like Spirit of the Forest would be good for this. So we're kind of getting into multiple maps like that where it requires the same towers, you know, global towers, because they seem to be just overpowered for things like, for instance, when we get to Muddy Puddles, there's 4 tracks there. You're going to need something that can go to all the tracks, right? You can't just have a tack on each one. Now, I'm sure you could. I'm sure some crazy players could come with some funny strategy that does something like that, but for speed and just getting it done, I feel like global is just the way to go to handle everything. And for ease of use too, for those of you using this as a guide, like you just want it to be easy. And this is the easiest way. You don't have to remember things or do things. I did see on the wiki though that this 6 does mean that it's every 6 rounds or at the end of the 5th one, which is cool. But 500 bucks. Look, we only have 750. That would not be a cool play right now, just to make sure our sub was alive. And think about that too. It would be closed up right now and you'd have to quickly click it so you don't have nothing to attack with, which is just kind of crazy. Now we do need some camo, so I need to pay attention there, make sure we have all of our camo, and then maybe probably put something here too. And then honestly, you get a crossbow, and look at it. Now we have a pretty good range, so if it goes past them, you can just keep going. Now lead though, on this side, we won't have anything, so I guess I'll just put like a alchemist on strong. I mean, to be completely honest, this is a lot of towers down already on an easy map. Now it's not going to be hard to beat, or easy mode, I guess you'd say. Normally we put just like a couple towers down, you could be easy, no problem, but we have to actually put a lot down to cover our range with our subs. So I wonder if like a good strategy would be just like subs down this whole line and then they all just like trail around and fight, which would be kind of cool, but I don't think we're gonna need all that. But let me know below if you have beaten this map and what you'd use to do it, and if you even bothered with the eye here, because now it's 1,000 and I didn't even open it for 500. So it just, so every 6 rounds it just goes up on its own. So by the time we get to like round 90, it's just gonna be there and awful. Yeah, no. Let's not mess with any of that. I think another cool one to be like a dartling right here, like middle path, right? And just have it go target independent, and it'll just be like a destroyer turret. Like that'd be cool to have like the good one right here in the middle, the 5th tier, and then have like 4 on each side. That'd be kind of fun. And then just have a bunch of the bottom paths. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We don't need all of that kind of love for something like this. We're going really fast and keeping it chill. And like I said earlier, if it does get past this, it's a short track. So it's not like we're going to be spending half of our lives waiting for a balloon to get by. So I'm digging it. Now, if you guys follow this series, you know that I fanboy over Sada and I always talk smack on Adora. Today, we are not doing either of those things. I'm going to use Adora here, and we're not going to complain about her once, hopefully. I mean, that's the goal, right? But the thing is that she can't pop purples and she can't pop camo. So we got to keep that in mind. But I feel like on this map with the sub strategy that we have going on, it doesn't really matter what she can pop because we can just take it down like that. Now her ability kind of gets to me here a little bit. Let's make sure we do the right thing here. Click intermediate just one time. That's actually very easy. So we can go straight to primary only. So we'll drop a Dora, of course, and then we'll drop a dart here and then kind of just do what we just did. Or maybe we'll make a funny tack strategy like we were talking about a minute ago. But her first ability, I used it on a Moab when I had a Dora down here and it didn't attack from up there. So I think it just makes her, or greatly increases attack range and power for a short time and damages all balloon types. Okay, so does that mean that we could use her ability to get camo? That's actually something I've never known in my entire Bloons career. If that's true, I want to try it, but I want to sacrifice time just because I'm like mess something up, but that's actually really funny. But we need camo, we need lead. So I think for camo, let's do crossbows first. That'll be super simple. Is that seriously how she works? So we already know she can take lead down, but if I use that ability, can she take purple? It says all balloon types, but we know how Bloons TD6 works, and sometimes the descriptions are completely backwards from what actually happens. So I want to know below, can actually pop lead, or obviously lead, but purple and camo with that? Let's take a look at these times here. Our top intermediate time is a 4th place on Sulphur Springs. Now, if we can beat that, that's incredible. Sulphur Springs is such an easy map and a really fun map. But our next one is a more recently played map, Covered Garden in 8th place, and then Rake on 9th place. So we've been doing pretty good on our intermediate maps. Now, mark my words, but I think this one will be even faster, especially I think we're gonna be getting to hard mode. We usually get to hard mode around 48 minutes in. And I think it's gonna be a lot faster because I'm barely seeing balloons here. And it's such an easy thing to keep up because all you have to do is just keep pummeling each side. And not only that, it splits it down into 2 paths. So you get less balloons on each side. So like 63 should never be a problem. Hopefully I'm not like jinxing my own words here. Let's knock on some wood. But this entire run should be relatively easy. But again, that doesn't account for mistakes. Like if we make a big juicy mistake and just lose on chimps or impoppable because we get a big old head and try to farm too crazy, that always ruins the day. But I think we can make this a little faster for ourselves, right? Let's wait till 38. Yeah, get 37 out of the way. Now there's no more camo. So let's grab a Moab Assassin. I think we're good on that side. I hope I'm not like overdoing it and then we have a purple pop out and I lose that whole area, but we should be okay. And then I can just keep hitting that ability and then we'll instantly take down 40, which we never usually do that. We do it sometimes like on double HP for that first Moab, or maybe sometimes on medium mode to 60, but there we go. That was very quick. And I forgot to turn off my internet. So I'm gonna have to do that in this next one here because I do not want that collection event popping up. But for this one, we're gonna be dropping a Dora and then we're gonna be using this guy all the way up, and then we'll grab a village and then we'll start adding some stuff in. So go like this. Okay, cool. And then we'll put a druid down, of course. Oh, we need him in range. I screwed that one up. Oh my gosh, why would I do that? Why would I not put it near a Dora? That was so dumb. Okay, we can still recover. It's just kind of silly, kind of a dumb play there. Because we just lowered ourselves pops on this one and that one, and then using a Dora for it. What a goofball. But I did turn off my internet just right there because I do not want to be doing the collection events. That has ruined our time so many times before, and I feel bad for all those other maps that we let that happen on. Because I feel like that takes away a good like 20, 30 seconds from a run having to click through it. Because how many times do you try to click out of it and you end up clicking into that one screen that has them all there for you, which is cool if you're trying to do the collection event where it has every single map difficulty that has the golden one ready, but not for this. I think I can even add another like glove there. Oh, that was pretty cool. That's not bad. Now, if we weren't going super speed mode, obviously it'd be better to do like a discount village and then we discount everybody and then sell the discount and then buy the regular one. And then you would save probably what, like $1,000 or so. And then we could buy some more stuff. But I mean, for this, it doesn't really matter. I feel like we're gonna go just as fast. And this is basic and I can't even get this right every time. Oh my goodness, why would I set it up in the middle? It's just like this thing, because it's there, it's in the middle. It feels good to put it there rather than like have everything up in a corner. That's just me. Now, I would like to start moving on to harder maps. We just did Sanctuary, which is the hardest map we've done in this entire series, and it felt good beating it. It felt very stressful going through it, but once it was done, it felt so good to have that black border. So I'd like to step it up, and as you can see on the chart, we don't really have that many experts. There's not that many expert maps to begin with, but we don't really touch them because they're difficult. So maybe we should go after like something Flooded Valley, which I have beaten in the past, but strategies have changed drastically. But maybe that one, or even Muddy Puddles, because I've beaten that one before too, but trying to do it consistently and fast is another story. But we even took down Rake, which is an advanced map, but was actually way easier than it ever has been. If you have not watched that video yet, you should check it out because our chimp strategy for Rake was just beautifully easy. One of the easiest strategies, one of my least favorite towers and least used towers, but it was so simple. Now, I can't believe after 44 or 45 runs, I don't even know what's next. I was thinking it was reverse, but that's on medium, I believe. So I think the next one is medium and we're moving on to just regular round 60 after this. And I'd say we should use farms for it, but I don't see any problem or why we would need to. There's a poopy brown border. Got to say it every time. You guys know that. I think just an Adora. Oh, we can't even avoid her. Oh my goodness. Is she serious right now? Is she serious? I mean, the spikes are the fastest thing to pop in the game, right? They're just right there and you can't even see balloons. So that's kind of nice, but oh my goodness. Now what I'm watching for here is if any balloons get by either of these towers, I am going to drop this one here so he can advance intel. If not, I think I'm going to go for Airburst before Adora because I want to put Adora down here, but then that doesn't help up there and we're going to have problems. And we don't need her to be like top level. I mean, we might get her level 10 global sunball ability, but do I really need it or care? Not too much. So I think this is a better plan because now we're safe. Well, actually, let's just opposite it. I was going to put her down there so I could get the village on it, but I really like how he spans the whole track and his airbursts kind of go everywhere and then her little things go everywhere too. It's really nice. It's like a global tower somewhat. And look at me being nice to Adora. It's because she looks so cool. And her sound on this one is the coolest in the game for sure. I'm not saying it's the coolest skin, but her sound is the coolest for sure. But if I had to choose right now, it would be Voidora's skin. And I really like Etienne's Bookworm skin. I think that's super cool too. And then of course, Wolfpack Quincy. You can't go wrong with Wolfpack Quincy. But actually she might have the best one. I just think that is so cool. I don't know why. Maybe I'm like a dark, mysterious person. But I just think it's so cool that she looks like a universe. You know at the end of Men in Black 1 when they go into the cat's collar and that ends up being like a universe, but it's actually a marble, and then the aliens are playing with the marble, but they're like 10 bajillion, quadrillion times bigger than we are to where they can play with our universe as a marble, blah, 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 blah. That's what I feel like Voidora is. Stop me if I sound crazy. Now, since we're going heavy on the sub for this run, let's choose a sub name. Give me your best possible ones below. I know we can come up with some great ones. Sub's one of the best characters in the game. There's so many different ideas we can go with here. There's off the top of my head, I just think of like Hunt for Red October, Sean Connery, whatever you want to call it. Well, actually, that just kind of stumped me. That's the only one I got, Sean Connery. What other sub things are there? Now, last time I asked you guys for some sniper names, you guys gave me a bunch of them, and I unfortunately can't use any of them because here in the States, we love our firearms and we lost someone in the firearm community. If you know, you know. Paul Harrell, it's a tribute to him. I think it's a great name for the sniper. You guys had some really, really good names, but I think this one fits just perfectly for this. So let's move on to the sub and give me your best stuff. I'm trying to think like, why am I so bad at this? This is why I asked you guys. I thought I was so clever with Hunt for Red October and then it immediately just left my brain. I'm not gearing up enough for 15. Oh my gosh, I just thought of this. Dude, sub is like legit. Why didn't I think about this? Like this can't be stopped really. If you put both of these there, you're gonna have so much cleanup on the front end and then the back end as well. That's such a cool strat. I mean, going with the middle path is kind of like a very bad idea or weird, I guess you'd say. But for this, I think it's great because I knew 59 was gonna be a problem because the Alchemist's just really bad at this. Like grade F. If there's like a lower grade than an F for allowing a tower to pop leads, then the Alchemist is definitely below. He's like a Z if Z was a grade. Now, one thing about this map is you can remove this stuff, but why? Is that just to put more towers there? Like, I don't think the sub would really matter there. No, it wouldn't. So I guess it would just be to put like, I don't know, just more bombs. I mean, we don't need it though. This really isn't that much to work with here as far as like, we just need to take down a few balloons because they splits them on both sides and like a recursive can do 90% of the work. And I should have done the Moab Assassin. What a dummy. I mean, I still can. That's so cool. Okay, let's keep it moving. Since I don't have my degree in Yapology, I need to just be quiet and actually get through this thing. We're taking way too long just talking about theories and crazy stuff here. Okay, sub, and then another sub. Oh, okay. That wasn't my plan originally, but I think that'll be the best. And then maybe this guy on strong. Again, why do I put it all the way at the other end of the planet? I could put it right next to here, and then if I have buffs later on, but none of these are going to give me buffs. I don't think off the top of my head. No. So this is fine right here. So I thought I had like this big brain plan right now. And so I sold this sub to give me more money to buy this advanced intel, which is cool. But I feel like I'm going to put one right back because I think I'm going to stick with that plan and just have two nuke subs right here with the lead popping ones. And that should, well, actually, no, that won't be that fast, right? That'll be safety and we shouldn't have any problems, but I don't think it'll be quick. I think we should just stick with the subs and then maybe put bottom path boats. So this is what's cool about Adora. We're about to hit round 28 and I have no lead popping down here. So I'm pretty sure her abilities, her passive star of light, whatever you want to call it, is just going to run. Yeah, look at that. It actually goes down to the whole, oh, and I talked too soon. Oh, come on, Sada. What are you doing? You made me look dumb. That took like way too much time right there. So I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen again. And then I guess what we'll do is buy another one of these. Oh, I don't have enough for it either. Okay, there we go. Now that will never happen again. We'll should be good on camo. I was trying to buy a Merchant Man, but I just don't want to see that same thing happen. So I'm going to get rid of you and then buy the Merchant Man pretty quickly here. I just wish the Merchant Man had some extra power. I'm not sure if it does, but the description doesn't say it does. It just says generates cash each round. And it's not even that much cash. So, I mean, I love the boating strategy for making money, but don't you wish it was just a little bit better at some power so we didn't have any problems and it would like be a, but I mean, that's just asking for your cake and to eat it too, you know, because which is nothing wrong with that. Why wouldn't you eat your cake after asking for it, right? That's be silly not to, but that's besides the point. I'm going to grab another airburst here and keep it going, but it's like, why can't he just have like an extra pop or something? Does he though? He could, he actually could. I don't know. All right, this isn't terrible. And then Adora's going to get it with her long range ability that doesn't really work that well. Okay, okay. Let's do this then. I'm trying to justify these Merchant Men and I'm thinking to myself, so it costs about what, 2,400 bucks for those. And we've made 2,800. So it's paid back that upgrade, but I could have just used them as bottom path camo lead poppers. And so I guess I've profited 400 bucks from using it, which is good. So yeah, that's a win, right? I'm just trying to justify it. It seems like a little high price to pay for money, but I mean, we still have 10 rounds left, so we'll make another 2,000 each. So I guess they're good to go. I was just thinking because if like I sold it, what would I buy instead? I'd have to get like a middle path sniper or a mortar, or I mean, there's a lot of things I could get. I think they're the cleanest because their spread shot allows you to pop all those camo leads super easy, but it wouldn't hurt to add something like this as well. And I do want to mention again, for those of you who do use these as guides, like you don't have to be that picky on what you're doing. Like you don't have to do every single thing that I do because these are easier things that we're doing. And I for sure tell you what I'm doing when it's like super, super necessary. See Apopalypse here, but like the boat, one boat would have carried you through that entire round. I just went for two because we're trying to go as fast as possible, you know? Okay, so let's just do exactly what we're doing. And we'll go this one first because it shoots across the entire track anyway, even with advanced intel. That makes no sense to me, but I love it and we'll run with it. Now here's the same issue I have on chimps too. Like when do we say, okay, we need to take it a little step further? Should I get advanced intel first or let this take forever? Because I want airburst because then I know we're safe. But then if I get airburst, it's not going to still hit everything because sometimes it won't go across the entire track without advanced intel. So maybe advanced intel. Let's just do it. We're trying to go as fast as possible because I really think we can get a top tier, especially top 10, but I want to get like top 5 right now. I want another intermediate in the top 5, which would just be completely crazy. But I feel like this would be the map for it because again, it looks like it could be difficult if you play with this silly eye over here, but you don't need it. Now, are there some of you out there that are like diehards for what goes on the game? So like you would have to use this because it's there, or you want to do your best to use it? Because I could see that. Like you're like, oh, that's what was intended, so I'm gonna try it. But at the same time, like this is here. It's not like it's a glitch or anything. It's just not where it needs to be. You don't need to mess with this if you can put everything here. I honestly don't understand why you'd have it there if you can just have it here for free. I mean, I guess the discounts are cool. And I've seen some people do some crazy stuff where they get like the middle path super monkey like for super cheap because they used, I think it's Rosalia, right? Like Rosalia, for whatever reason, can make the middle path super monkey super cheap, even though she affects planes and helicopters. It's super weird. But that paired with this discount, it's just kind of crazy. I didn't think I was going to farm, but on Apopalypse, I like to just because you don't get as much money, right? Even though you do get end of round cash now, it's like different because I always feel a little bit more broke on this. If not, man, that could just be in my head because I'm so used to not making any money on Apopalypse. But either way, I think having the extra farm is great because you end up with tons of money at the end. And then you have this overly powered defense and you're like, oh, I won. Okay, cool. I never even sell it. I always forget. But I don't think that's the point. I don't think it matters. It's just the fact that we have it and it's making us some cash. Well, actually, let's pay attention to see if we actually make cash on it. I think we have to make what, like around $5,000 for it to matter? Oh, I didn't even realize I have my camo over here, but for some reason the first camo came out on this side, so we had to wait for it to go around the entire track. That's actually kind of crazy. I really feel like I'm being greedy here, but I just need $300 more. But if it just now started getting overwhelming, but that's usually how it goes, right? And then did Adora pop those? I don't think she did, even though she claims she can pop anything with her level 3 ability. So I need another camo here because it happened like 2 more times just in this random spot. So we'll put that there. Now we're safe. And then we'll grab triple guns as soon as we can. So I just got like a smorgasbord here of things, and it seems to be working. I got 2 little subs here, and then I got this one because I was losing to a lot of camos. I'm not losing, but they were just kind of going too far. I don't think I've actually lost any time yet because I haven't chased the balloon. Like, we weren't waiting on one to pop before the round ended. We still had stuff coming out the front end. So again, I don't think we lost any time. I think this is the safest way to do it. I have this guy tearing up most of the Moabs, but now we have the boat doing it as well. But as you can see, we're still attacking this round, even though they've made it down this far, so not losing time. I think the best way just to do something like this then, right? Just keep it real chill and easy. I'm gonna get rid of this dart monkey now. We don't need it to be taking up all that juice. And yeah, we've made well enough money. Oh my gosh, this thing actually makes us a lot of money. That's so cool. And then I think I can sell it finally and then buy this. Yeah, baby, there we go. And then we'll just juice him up a little bit. Okay, let's keep this running because we're doing really good. I like this a lot. Medium, and then we're on the reverse, which is going to be the same exact thing. Yeah, okay. So the first mob will be different, but other than that, I don't think it matters. I just naturally bought advanced intel because I always do that. I think it should be okay, but he kind of already advanced intels on his own. He just kind of shoots what he shoots at, and then it goes that way, but I don't think it matters. When we really start cooking is when we get Adora's Sun ability, because we can just keep mashing that, and then that will speed things up a lot, because that's a really strong ability. I'm giving her so much like good praise today because she looks so cool. She's in her best skin. She's having her best day. We'll take advantage of that and just destroy this game with Voidora. As long as it's not Joan of Arc Adora, right? I just don't like that skin. I just don't. I'm sorry, Ninja Kiwi. You guys usually on point with your stuff, but that one just... It looks like she's wearing the under part of like a Crusader Knight, right? I mean, maybe that could be the thing. Maybe that's what we're going for here. But like, you know how they wear the chainmail and then it goes over their head? Or like in that movie, what's that movie called? Sword in the Stone or whatever. No. There's an actual movie with like an old Disney movie where he is a knight and he's like dressed like that. And I just don't get it. I just don't get it. We're not fully there. Why should she be in a knight suit then? I mean, it's Joan of Arc. I get that. But you get where I'm going with it. It could be different. It could be cooler. Oh my gosh, the camo came out the wrong end again. I keep doing that, dude. So I'm sitting there wondering why we're not attacking, and that's why. So I think I wasted us like 1.5 seconds, dude. That's not good at all. I'm pretty upset about it. And I'm not gonna be using druids for this run. I just feel like they're a little bit slower. I don't know why, I just do. And I overuse them. But I need it here because I wanna test something out. Now, to my understanding, he can't hit anything over on this side, right? But if I do this, and then submerge and support, I think it still works. So he can still use this range, right? I could be completely wrong. I don't think I am, but I could be completely wrong. Did I put another dart down or I didn't, right? What a dummy. Okay, here, let's do that. Let me know if I'm wrong about this. I feel like I'm not. I feel like I have used the Bloomtonium reactor several times in that situation and it works. Like on Flooded Valley. No, Flooded Valley wouldn't make sense. Yeah. No, it doesn't make sense. It did not work. Okay. That plan was failed quickly. That did not work at all. Oh my goodness. So what if I like sacrifice this one on there? Boom, sacrifice. Now you're super strong, Adora. That did not work. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just in case. I do not want that happening again. It's like the second or third time it's happened on this run alone. Why is reverse giving me the most trouble? Okay, now we're where I want to be. We have 2 boat top pass with the bottom path camo crow's nest, even though there's no crow's nest. Have I ever noticed that before? Has there ever been a crow's nest? I guess it's the radar now. We're good. The only thing that we cannot touch even a little bit of is round 59 because we have no camo lead popping. So I guess the best way to do that would just be something simple like, well, this I guess would be the easiest. And then like 2 of those, right? If we can, hopefully we have 2 of them. Or I guess the bottom path would be even better because we get Shimmer, which makes everyone see camo. And then you have those dead balloons, which are just overpowered. But this is actually really strong too, and I don't see any problems with it. And then I guess we can do a Moab Assassin or make it more fun and get a middle path boat. No, we have not enough time for that. That is wrong. Wrong choice there, Bob. So we're going to go this way, and it's going to be on the other side, of course, because I messed it up. And if we don't get it by 59, I'm going to drop the Druid. There we go. And then we'll have it for sure up in time. I just never know on 59 if there's Moabs. I say that every time, but I just don't know if I can keep hitting the ability. So we'll wait till 60, then we'll hit it. Took us 0 time at all, and we are a little slower than normal. I always think that, but then we like start speeding up on hard mode. But I feel like 48 minutes is like these pretty much average we've been doing to get to hard mode, and now we're at 50 minutes. So am I wrong? Am I wrong? I don't know. Now I'm hoping that for all these modes pretty much, well, except for Magic Monkeys only, I'm hoping we can get here without any stalls to 485, and then I can grab a sniper for like 1 second cleanups or something. And I'm just trying to keep everything below this line. If we can do that, we're on track for a very, very quick time throughout this entire run right now. But I just don't know. It's like, should I go for Airburst, go for Adora? But I do think Sniper is probably the play. So actually, let's put it down here in case we actually use it later, like some camo. But I also want to get Adora down as fast as possible, because now that we're into hard mode, we're actually going to be able to use her ability, her level 10 ability, which is really good in my opinion. Did I say earlier that it's every 6 rounds? It's every round that ends in a 6, right? I think I said that. I made that clear. But why is it already on round 19, only $500? So like round 4 to... That doesn't make sense. It should be a little bit higher already. But I mean, I'd take it if I was using it. But who uses that strategy? It's so weird. We don't have any camo here, and then we don't have any Okay, we're good there. Okay, now we're covered. And I'm going to put another one here because I think this one will cover all the camo. And if not, we won't even know that we missed it until it gets here, and they'll be fine. Yeah, like right there. Look at it. It's going all the way around, and then we're good. Are we though? Are we though? Yeah, I don't think we're missing a beat here. Yeah, we didn't even lose a second there. That's perfect. All right. So with that said, we have everything we need to take down the rest of these rounds. I mean, camo might be a little slow, huh? I think just to be on the safe side, we'll grab another camo here outside of range of the little alchemist there. So it's only buffing him up. Now we're strong as can be, and then we'll get 2 farms because we're greedy. You know, something we never talk about are powers. I don't use them in these runs because in case you guys do use them as guides, I don't want to be overpowered with them or whatever. Same reason I don't open up the achievements, because then we'd have extra monkey knowledge, extra money, and not might everybody would have those. Well, actually you would if you followed this to a T. Actually, let's be real. I'm saving those because I think it'll be awesome to have them all completed one day and then like hit them all at once in one video. That'd be really fun and satisfying. But the powers though, feel free to use them. Do you guys use powers at all? I mean, cash drops are so nice. They make the game so much easier, especially like on Impoppable mode. And if you just look at the map that you're playing on and judge what you'll be spending versus what you'll be earning, it could be beneficial. Like if you're on an expert map on Impoppable, it wouldn't hurt to throw down a monkey farmer, a banana farmer, because then you're gonna have a lot less stress. Plus you're going to be making like, you know what, $1,200-$1,300. So dropping $50 on a guy is not that big of a deal. Plus you might actually have a free one from opening up daily chests or doing advanced challenges, things like that. Okay, I've liked this so far. I think what we're going to do though is go like this. I know it's kind of weird, but I mean, it's not weird. There's no reason to call it weird. It's getting the job done, and it's actually pretty fun and cool. And then everybody sees camo after that because it's revealed. Okay, I was kind of dumb though. I should have probably bought the boat aircraft carrier first and then bought these guys. Like they're cool and all, but they're not going to take down Moabs, and the Moabs are what's causing us a little bit of delay in time. Now there's only the one that kind of stalled right there, as you saw. But I mean, even that little bit, like we're getting so scrutinized with this time now. Before it was like, hey, don't make any mistakes, like don't lose and you'll be doing pretty good. But now it's like, hey, you let that balloon go way too long if you're trying to get like a top 5 time here, which is just purely crazy. Because look how long that's taking if we don't pop this one in time. And look at that. It had to go all the way here before the round ended, which is crazy. So, all right, so 2 boats. I'm going to go for a Spectre, and then I want to give you guys a little bit of an update, a little bit of story time here. And a few videos back when that new map, Luminous Cove, came out, we were using the Mermonkeys speed through that as quickly as possible. I was telling you about an unfortunate time in my life where my old boy of 15 years old, my Australian Shepherd, was having a hard time in his old years, his senior dog years. And unfortunately last week, so a couple weeks after that video, we did have to put him down, unfortunately, and his time came, and it was super sad. But I just want to let you guys all know, because a lot of you were so kind in the comments and left so much love and stories about your own dogs and your own personal experiences, and it was super cool of all of you. So I just had to let you guys know that he is on to a better place now. And it's just basically, he was kind of declining, as I was saying. He was never really going to get better. And let's use Adora's ability while we're doing this too, because why not? It's really strong. But basically, he was just declining further and further. And then one day we woke up and he just seemed off. You know, he just seemed off. His head was tilted a little bit to the side, and his eyes just seemed a little squirrely, a little bit going on, and he just couldn't walk straight. And we're worried maybe he had like a stroke or something. So we called up the vet, let him know. But they've actually been waiting on me. They were like, we knew he was ready a little bit ago. We were waiting on you, which was sad, but you know, he's my boy, so I want to keep him alive as long as I could. And he wasn't really, as far as I could tell, he wasn't in pain. So that's the biggest thing for me, is like, I don't want him to be like suffering or anything. So we kept him the best that we could. And that day just seemed off, and he didn't seem there anymore. And it was super, super sad, but we took him in. They said, yes, it is his time. And so we had to pass him on, unfortunately. And these last couple of weeks, as you could probably imagine, have been very, very weird, because when you have something for 15 years a part of your life, your daily life, you see him every day of your life, and then that goes away. It's just a very, very weird feeling. And you think that it's still the same. You wake up in the middle of the night, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go check, and then you know he's not there. Or I'm gonna go feed, and then you're like, oh no, he's not there. And it's been super weird, and I'm sure you guys have all experienced that in some way or another, or if you have not, I hope you never have to. But we have kind of, at this point, like, we have one other dog, a Keyshawn, who's already 11 years old, and we were kind of like, after this, we are not having any other dogs, because that was super hard. And like, you know that when you buy a dog and you love it and you know it's going to happen one day, and you just don't think about it, right? Like, why would you think about something like that? And then when it finally comes, it's just such an awful, awful, awful feeling. And you just wish it never had to come, and you do everything you can to make sure it doesn't happen. But that's life, and there's not much more you can do about it. But of course, you try to rationalize everything, and you say, oh, well, what if I did this? Maybe we can go a little bit longer. Or what if I would have done this? Or what if I could have done that? And then I even asked the doctor to come back in one last time. I was like, are you sure? Are you sure? Is there anything else we can do at this point? He's super nice guy, kindly just pats me on the leg and goes, you've done everything you can. He's a good boy, and you've done it all. And I was just, at that point, it was super sad, of course, but it like felt better, like knowing that like I've done everything I could, and like there's nothing else I can do, and the fight for him is over. So like, he wasn't in pain, but I'm assuming he was like, has old people pain, you know, like if you know any old people in your life, they're aching, they're old. That's just how it goes in life. There we go. That one's done. That's our first hard mode. Let's move on to this one. Here we go. Hard again. And now we're on to Magic Monkeys only, which shouldn't be too crazy. I wish we could start with Adora, but we cannot. So what do we start with? A ninja on both sides? Can we even do that? I guess that's what we're going to have to do. That's such a weird start. Once he said that, it felt better to me. Like, not better, obviously not in like a better spot, but I felt more at ease, because I'm like, okay, like I'm being told by the professional here, the one that's been going through this whole thing with me, that like I've done it all, because I'm not a quitter, never have been. So I don't want to give up on anything. And so I would fight to the tooth and bone on anything that you're thrown in front of me. I will not just give up on it. So I'm like, let's do it. Let's do whatever we can. So if you hear any inclination of hope, I'm like jumping on it, like, oh, you can do that. And it'll extend it longer. Let's do it. And he's like, no. Like, we're done. He's done. And so it felt like I didn't have to fight anymore, and neither did he. And I feel like I'm slowing this down because I'm yapping, but I don't know what else we could do. Like, unless I put a ninja at the end. We don't have any global towers here, unfortunately, until we get like the Phoenix, or the Druid would be really nice, right? I'm wondering if I like sold everything for the Druid. And then the worst thing of it all, like after it all goes down, everything's done, then you have all these regrets, because I promised him he'd have a big 2-acre lot to run on in his older age. And he, you know, we live in like a 7,000 square foot lot in the suburbs of Southern California. So he never got to spread his legs in our backyard, but we do have family members with bigger yards, and we take him to the park all the time. But I wanted my own yard that he can run every day and be free. And we never got to do that. And then, oh my gosh, it's taking forever. Okay, time to get to the Druid. And then was I nice enough to him at the end? Did I feed him the right foods at the end? And it's just like all these things, but we need to keep moving on. And I'm going into like super sad mode here. But you could imagine, I mean, 15 years and then something just not there anymore. It's a super weird feeling. That's why I was trying to express it the best I can. But I don't know what else I could do. It's not like I'm like talking to ruin this run. I just don't, unless I sell, but then if I sell, it's going to be slower too. So I feel like I should just keep it going and just sacrifice a couple more rounds here. And now it should be fine. Because as soon as I sell this for that one, probably would have been a little bit faster, but as you can see, the Druid's not hitting everything, so it would have been even probably slower. But on the bright side, he's in a better place. And then they actually do the whole cremation process and then bring him back to us in like a box. And then I had my own skepticisms about that, because I'm like, how do I know? You know, it could be anything, anywhere. And the vet was like, no, I can assure you. I'm like, but it's not your company. You're shipping it somewhere. I don't know how this goes. That doesn't matter. It's still, I'm going to have a box. It'll be in the background of the video. When I do shorter videos, I have the whole screen on. You'll see him in the box back there. And I feel I get some joy from that he's still with me. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool. I mean, to some people, that's probably like morbid and they're not into all that. But I am. I'm into that. And I'm thinking he'll be with me. It'll be really nice. And it's my boy. So share with me like you did before your personal stories. What's the longest you've ever had a pet? If you have a ongoing, very old pet, let me know, just because I think 15 years is pretty good. I think you had a good run, but we need a good run here. So we got to shape back into form here. I feel like I wasted some time in that beginning Magic Monkeys only, and I'm going to try to justify and say it's not because I'm telling sad stories, but I feel like if I was in a smoother realm right now, I would have been like selling some stuff, buying some stuff, and we actually can't even take down a Moab, can we? Oh my goodness. I guess what we'll do here is we'll sell the Druid and then buy this one. It's the only thing I can think of right now. And then we'll use Adora, of course. So we'll use Adora, pop it open. Hopefully it pops it open. No, it doesn't even pop it open, but this will clean it up, I think. Oh my goodness, 67. That was gross. Okay, how can we make sure that doesn't happen again? I think this will be sufficient for most of the run, right? I'm a little worried about 63 because yeah, dude, he can barely take down a Moab. Oh no. Yeah, really, we could have saved some time in the beginning, but there's not much else we could do here. I think we need a Sun Avatar, but then we're gonna have to sacrifice each side. Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll sell everything for Sun Avi, and then hopefully, I just called it a Sun Avi, what a nerd. And then I'm hoping that we'll have enough pops to like take it down on 63, but yeah, we should actually, because it's broken into 2 parts, so that should be okay. But we have 2 camos seeing supers, so there's no chance we're gonna have 21,000 by 80. 63. What about 2 Dark Knights? Will that be okay? And if I need to, I could just, oh no, he can only camo a little bit range. It's the $60,000 one, right? Which is crazy to think, like a bottom path has an ability, which is kind of crazy. So the super is the only tower that has 2 sets of abilities, right? But this should be enough for 63. I mean, it really should, but if it isn't, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, we're doing pretty, oh dude, that's not good. We'll have this one be stronger stimulant, and then I'll buff up this one on the other side, and I don't see why it should be a problem. Like, there's not that much on 63. We always act like it is, but on this kind of a map, it should be pretty chill. I'm talking so much about it, like, you can tell I'm nervous. Let's see what happens, though. Let's see. Is it good? This one took it out instantly? How did it take out its side so fast? I mean, that was whatever. I mean, that works. Now, this might be a dumb plan, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if the range will hit, and then we'll just do a Robo Monkey. There's 1, there's 2, and it does reach. Well, it won't reach balloons, but I think our balloons are more than covered. Like, there's nothing getting through, so I'm okay with that. We'll just use him strictly for Pop and Moab class, which I think will be cool. Okay, 75 could be worrisome. I'm gonna use Sada's first ability. I'm gonna use Adora's first ability, and then I'm gonna use the little Zooper thing there, whatever you want to call it. And that worked out pretty well. Okay, happy. And then we'll put this guy in strong in first, and then I think we're good. And we got all these crits going. I wish his range was a little bit more boosted. I think Tech Terror does, right? But I just missed and didn't put it in the middle. And why does this look like Lotus Island? It is Lotus Island, right? Like, it's like if you were to continue all the maps, it would be there. What if I buff him up? No. We need to instant kill 80. So I think what we'll do, well, not instant, but we'll get it somewhat faster. So I used my ability on Adora can't use her ability, huh? Even though it says she can use her. Oh no, that one doesn't say that it does camo, but I used it for the second rush of 78 and got kind of scared because I'm like, oh no, I don't actually have anything to pop it because the Alchemist can't help. But these were all there, so I think we're okay. Well, obviously we're okay. And then I guess just, yeah, this is it. We're done. That's it. Game over. That was very, oh, come on, Red Balloon. That was wrecked. That was messed up. But we're going to do that. And then the Sticky Bomb helped a lot. And then we'll clean it up this way. Dude, that was kind of gross too. What the heck is going on? Magic Monkeys only is our toughest one this run. Toughest one this run. Okay, double HP, you know the drill. So my bad, I should have put a sniper down and I didn't. So 3 rounds as I'm sitting there like itching to click the advanced intel, it made it all the way around the track again. So we're just losing a little bit of times here and there, which I don't think are the worst, but I can't be certain until we actually get there. So I think I'll actually throw this guy down too and put him on strong just to help out a little bit more. I put this one there to clean up and I'm like, why would I do that? Why didn't I just put the sniper to begin with? But I didn't want to sell and lose more money. And I don't even have a Dora. I just saw it flash yellow and realized I don't even, oh my goodness, what's going on with me? You don't tell sad stories when you're playing Bloons TD6. It's a fun game. You got to be happy. You got to be happy to pop the balloons and destroy the balloons' lives. And now for this one, we need some camo. So there and there. And I don't know why I never put it on this side, but I guess we don't need it. And then I just don't want to have any problems because we're already slowing down a little bit. So I'll put this guy on strong and then acidic mixture dip. I know I always usually like get triple guns first, but figured what the heck, I thought I was going to be able to use my Moab Assassin trick, but it looks like we're not going to have enough for it unless I sell my farm, and I just don't want to do that. So I think we'll just take it out naturally. It's going to be really slow, but I mean, we'll just do what we got to do here. And we'll sell this one, actually, do that, and then might as well buy it up. That's a bummer. Usually I feel like I have enough time and money for it, but I guess not. So I'm going to try something a little different here. We're going to grab another sub over here, but just airburst darts, because maybe we can turn it into like a nuke sub later, but I don't think it would hurt to have extra little strength there. I'm going to grab another camo here to have more range. And then I think I'm going to go for my discount village that also gives me more money and stuff. All right, there's the first one. There's the second one. And then I'm going to grab some camo on this guy, some jungle drums on here while we still have that double discount. Oh, I bought the wrong one. Why am I so dumb? Okay, there we go with that one. Sell this one. And now I can buy a boat that has camo. It's all affected by the money tree. And heck, I'm actually going to sell this one. Let's just give everybody over here. We need the whole team on this side just to be partying to get that extra money because we have the Monkey City. I don't want Monkeyopolis because I don't want to collect stuff. I just wanted the extra pops. I just figured that would help out in the long run. We still got 22 rounds left, you know? So as far as the double HP goes, though, this isn't really that bad. Like, we're doing really well with this. I could sell you, and now I should have enough for it in this next round. And I could even use Adora's ability to give us a little boost of extra money. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Now we still have our sub, plus we have this guy. That's not bad at all. And I think adding a Spectre will just be like salt to the wound against these balloons. I wish I could see how much money this thing was making us over time. But I think what I'm going to do here is actually, I would like to have double discount. Oh, perfect. We'll skip this one up and then we'll sell both of these. We don't need it. And then we will buy this one as well. So we'll sell all this stuff. Now it'd be nice to have a funny farm on both of these as well so we can have camo, but it doesn't really matter. I think for 78 it might, huh? I should have moved this over. What was I thinking? Sometimes I just do stupid stuff. But look how much that costs. Oh my goodness, $3,500. It's not worth it to me. But I'm very, very happy with this. Very, 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 very happy. And then I'm gonna try to just take away the big guy on. Yeah, that should be fine actually. We should have way more than enough for it. So all I have to do is just watch for it, wait for 80, and then I have my first strike and we'll instantly take down a double HP ZOMG. Look at this guy at the bottom going crazy. That's pretty funny. It's just too much for him over there. Okay, there we go. Done. I love that. If I remember that, it's so fast, but I always forget it's the problem. But we're moving along here. We're on half cash. We all know that half cash is probably the best game mode in the entire game. If you had to choose one, like if you just had to, it's half cash. So this one, it's just slow. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you could try to go faster, but that would take some like deep, dark strategy that, you know, that's not what this is about. This is about to see how fast can you get through it, not like how long can I sit there for weeks and days on end to try to beat it the fastest way. Well, actually, I guess it depends on how you look at this game, because sometimes I take hours upon hours. Like Sanctuary Chimps took hours to even have a decent strategy, because realistically, if I went into it just completely blank, well, that would be unfair to say the least, because some maps I've played 1,000,000 times, some I've played 0. So you got to know something. Otherwise, I would sit on Sanctuary Chimps. There's probably some maps like Bloody Puddles. I would just be there for the rest of my entire life unless somebody helped me with the strategy or I came up with something good. Because think about it. Like, let's say I just went into Bloody Puddles right now. I never played that map. I jump in and I'm like, okay, we're going to beat Chimps, and we've never played it before. That would take, how fast could you beat it? Would take probably like 75 hours, like nonstop playing. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I was just getting at the fact that, like, to spend a bajillion hours on half cash just to save like 20 seconds, I think this will be fast enough. We just have to, you know, go a little slow in the beginning until we get our bearings going or our gears greased or whatever saying they say today. This is gross. This is absolutely just gross. But we have Adora, so that's cool. And I'm gonna put her actually down here, right, girl? You're good. You're good, girl. All right. So now our lead is cool down here, but not up there unless she does that thing, but that's fine. And I think what we're going to do is the same exact stuff, just less of it and slower. Like this. Come on, man. Come on, Red Balloon. What are you doing? Luckily, Adora can do this because that's really, oh, and then you get that one. I just jinxed it. But when she can do that, it saves us a lot of time, because I don't have any lead popping yet, because normally we'd have like an alchemist, maybe even triple guns, but it's just so slow on half cash. Now here's where I have to make some decisions. Normally at this point I would farm, but I don't think it's gonna be necessary. Like I mean, it'll help. We'll save a couple $1,000s on our in purchases, but I don't know if we need it because this is not the worst. But now, should I go for camo? Should I go for my boat? I feel like we need more power, but I also need let's actually go with this then. Let's go to the top path boat. with the middle path, of course, up to the 32.95, and then we'll get camo and hope that we don't have like a ton of crazy stuff. I think we're gonna have some camo ceramics here pretty soon, but I don't think they're that big of a deal for a triple guns with acidic mixture dip on it and Berserker Brew. Meanwhile, I'm waiting for a fortified lead to walk through my entire defense for 25 minutes. Oh my goodness. I probably should have put Adora up there. I just wanted her for when I eventually get the camo, because we do have to get past like round 78 and stuff, and that's going to be kind of crazy. So the more help, the merrier. All right, there's my destroyer. So I think it's like for sure farm time now. There it is, but I think we need the boat top path before we get the jungle drums, right? I think that'd be the safest play here. Okay, looks like we're actually starting to get stuff through. I think it might be safer to get rid of both of these. So that's be $5,000 and I need that much. So I think that's actually a good plan here. So we're gonna sell, buy, okay? That might've been, oh wow, that was a very bad timing on my part. What a dummy. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a recursive, of course, because that thing's a powerhouse. And I'm hoping this will be enough for 63. Otherwise, I made a very bad mistake and we're just gonna get dunked on, but it shouldn't be that bad. Probably should have farmed, to be completely honest with you. Okay, there's that one. That's not bad. That honestly should be enough, I feel like, but maybe we'll get jungle drums. Maybe that'll help out a little bit more. Oh wow, I need to use, oh wow. That seemed very scary for some reason. Okay, but that purple ball, man, that thing's a killer. Okay, I'm gonna get jungle drums and use Adora's ability. And oh my goodness, her abilities are great. They're so good. Oh wow. I was hoping to have this top path boat, like a second one, by 75, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I'll have to use Sawdust's ability at the right time. But I am a little nervous here because it's just taking so long. Like, I don't think we're gonna lose by any means, but it's just, like I said, yeah, it's just going pretty far down the track. Like, look how long this takes. Again, as long as the round has not ended, it's okay. But that right there, we made it all the way to there without the round ending, and we just stalled it that much longer. Oh my good round set. What? Oh my goodness, this game. Okay. All right, so this time I used my ability on 77 because I thought I wouldn't have it for 78, so I didn't use it before and I messed up. And then I think my other problem was I sold this guy for the recursive cluster, and I practiced half cash one time before doing this run, and I didn't sell my sub and alchemist to buy the recursive. I'm like, oh, it should be better. It's a recursive over a sub and alchemist. And guess what? I didn't stick to my practice run because it was a little shaky. And then boom, I messed it up. I should have practiced this more. It's such a bummer to lose. I'm gonna use my ability here just in case. It's such a bummer to lose that late into it. I think that blew probably 20 minutes or so, like 10, at least 10, 15 minutes. I'm filming this on a Friday. Fridays are supposed to be good days. No bad Fridays. And now I'm going into my weekend with a loss, with the big loser loss. I'm gonna go out there and tell my wife, be like, you know what? I'm a loser today. I messed up completely, but you know what? We'll do what we can do. And I guess what I'll do for, oh, I guess we're done. We're done actually. Okay, that's fine. Oh, and I'm just bummed. I'm bummed, but we're gonna come back strong with a vengeance, and hopefully we can still make it a decent time, not like a terrible time that I'm expecting, especially when we have something like as gross as alternate balloon rounds here. The goal for this is just to actually get, I keep wanting to call her Sada because Sada's, you know, the king of the game. But if I can get a Dora before 10, I'll just use her for the lead, and then for most of the pops actually, and then we'll just build up a little bit of a ninja, or probably we'll just sell the ninja and get like a sub alchemist combo or sub dart monkey alchemist combo. So here's my plan, and I'm hoping I can have acidic mixture dip by 24. I don't know if that's possible. Actually, I don't think it's gonna be. Maybe if I can get on 23. Yeah, it should be no big deal. And then that should be my camo lead. Okay, perfect. That's actually not the worst thing in the world. And I got rid of my ninja so I could just have a regular old dart monkey there with the camo. So now he's our #1 spot again, which is fine. It's not the best, it's not the most ideal, because we do have to fight a fortified Moab on 40, which is just awful. But we're not losing anymore. I can't believe 77. I think if we went back through all 44 prior runs, never on 77. That is just super weird, and I would never expect that. I mean, half cash is one thing, but that's mean. That's super mean. And then luckily the alchemist misses. God, the alchemist is so bad, dude. Come on, just hit the stuff. It's just like it's a 50-50. I think it's worse than 50-50 because I complain about it more than I'm like, wow, he actually worked. So I feel like let's just not do it anymore. But maybe here too would help because it is only going to stay for a little bit. So having as many points as contact as possible. All right, I might have made a problem here. I went a little bit greed ball. I'm hoping I can get this one. Maybe. Usually get a lot of money on 39, but okay, we got it. Cool. That's all that matters. I think we can take it out and then we'll use Sada. Yeah, dude, so easy. That wasn't a big deal at all. Sada, Adora, whatever her name is. And she actually wouldn't have helped because I thought she was down here, but I moved it because I'm a dum-dum. So I guess what we'll do is just rock these ones and greed a little bit more. So we're kind of doing what we did earlier, but just a little bit stronger. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world. And I'm not doing the double discount village thing because I don't think it's going to be necessary. It does help, and on Impoppable, we'll do it for sure. And we'll do like the crazy farming stuff just to make sure we get through it as best as we can. But for this, I think we'll be okay because we do have the armor piercing darts, which we didn't have before, and the actual 4th tier alchemist, which is really good. Look at him just shred through these things. And then I think this is a game changer. We should have done this on half cash, and that probably would have eliminated all of our problems anyway. Well, no, because I sold the sub. That was the whole problem. But I'm actually going to buy another one of these because I'm talking too much and didn't realize that I could have bought it. And now I think I went a little bit too crazy, but we should still be able to get something good. Like, I don't know, actually, by 63. I mean, something. We'll be fine. It's alternate balloon round, so I don't think it's as hard 63 as normal. I feel like we're right there on 63. Like, I might not even have to sell anything. That's kind of crazy. If I can just hold off a little bit longer and not die, I think we're okay. Oh my gosh, yeah. And then we're going to get through this stuff, no problem. Okay, maybe the next one too. I can just use an ability just to be safe. Yeah, there we go. Oh, but she's up there and it's camo. Oh my God, I would have lost. I would have lost if I just didn't already have a strong enough team. That is so goofy. One more farm because it'd be weird if he didn't. Even though they're like different, it's still bugging me. I should probably move these two to here, right? Or these two up there, and then that would be cleaner. And then maybe like a third one that's different up there. That'd be the coolest. All right, so now I can sell all these. I already have a Spectre. I'm gonna buy a second Spectre. So I have 2 Spectres and a boat. Normally we have like the Flying Fortress, but I really don't think it's gonna be necessary since we have this strong old guy too, and then he's speeding them up. Plus we have that. And we still have our sub if we really needed it. And then to make it even better, we could actually just get another sub right here and then get him to first strike, and then we'll just zap that second. Because I think there's 2 ZOMGs. I can never remember if they're fortified or not. That would make sense if they are, since we have a fortified Moab on 40 and a fortified BFB on 60. But I think there's 2 of them. So here's the first one. I'm going to use my ability, and then we'll take that one. Oh, that's it? Where was the first one? Was that... Okay, I'm so confused. I feel like there was nothing there. And then we're now on Impoppable, though. Okay, let's speed this up to around 40. So here's where we're at. I have 2 darts this time. I feel like that is a safer option, especially on Impoppable, since you can't lose any lives. And then I think what we'll do is try to farm a little bit. We'll take this out, no problem. I'm going to use her ability. I want to say Sada again because I just can't get it straight. And we're going to go with 4 farms. So I think we'll just do this, get 4 of them to 200, and then upgrade our defenses because I don't want to have any problems. I just haven't tested this at all. So it's like chimps I did test, but we're not farming on chimps. So I don't want to make a mistake that I didn't need to make or something kind of dumb, you know? So I think a safe option here, so we don't have any problems, would be to get something like this going. So, okay, first not lose all of your bananas and then go like that. Now we're pretty good. And all we have to do is take down some Moabs. Okay, we are getting a little far with this stuff. Are we going to be able to pop all this? Okay, let's not lose though. Why is there like a green one getting through? We need more camo for sure, dude. This is gross. Okay, let's nip that one right now. Not a better time either. Like it's like just getting overwhelming with these ones. Okay, so now we're good on that. I might as well just get this too. I wanted to farm like crazy, but I mean, it'll come in time. It just won't be as fast as we normally do it. I'm a little scared now. As you can imagine, I'm a little apprehensive about what I'm doing here. I'm gonna use Sada's ability because it is 49. We have all those ceramics, but now we have armor piercing darts. And the druid, I keep forgetting how good the druid is. So he's a very good part of this. All right, 4 farms, good. We are good. Now back to our boat. I think the boat is the best way to do this. Now at this point, we have more than enough money offset to take care of the higher prices on Impoppable with these 4 farms. It's just like you want to take it even further and at the end just have it speeding through with like a flying fortress, things that you probably wouldn't normally get on chimps unless you had some crazy strategy to save all the money in the world. But I also don't want to lose. So I think we're going to do like a little back and forth action here once, because 63 is coming and I don't know if we have enough for it. We did on half cash. We did on half cash, so it should be fine. But this village fits all the way over here. I don't think this will hurt. That is actually really cool. Now we have everything that we had on half cash, but better. So I've only limited myself to 6 farms. I mean, that's still excessive, but normally I would get like at least a central market or start doing some crazy stuff with some Monkeyopolises. But I think once we have this, it'll be pretty good. I mean, I kind of still want to. We still have 128 rounds left, right? No. 27. Yeah. Okay. So I was right. I'm sitting there trying to do dumb math there. I don't know why, but I'm really greeding here. I just want to have, oh, wrong button. I want to have a bunch of farms. So I'm going to wait for another 12,000, sell this one and buy this. And then I'm done. I'm done farming and we're going to get a flying fortress. I think that's the best way to do this throughout the map. But we still have 20 rounds left with a lot of them taking forever. So why not just do this now? Use our ball of light to get past these ZOMGs that take longer. Because these things make so much money. So much better than the regular marketplace. And if you remember, we used to do crazy stuff with the Monkeyopolis discount villages. Then we would sacrifice and farm, and then we would buy 3 top 420 farms, and it turned into this whole thing. And then by 80 we would sell, or 85 we would sell everything, and then buy the flying fortress. But I feel like if we just take a little bit extra time, we already have our boat and he gets us through the earlier rounds faster, because normally we'd go straight for like a Spectre and then kind of slow down while we're getting our farms going, and then we'd make a mistake because it was tough to think about and placing everything because I'm a dum-dum. But this is pretty good, especially with Adora's Super Ball thing. Now I almost did this entire run with Rosalia, especially because on Chimps, I'm gonna be using a plane and another plane. And then I was using the boat too. And I was like, oh, Rosalie gives really good discounts on planes. So if I'm using 2 of them, that's actually really cool. But then I was like, I don't know, everybody kind of hates on Rosalia. And then she's just not that strong. Like Adora is way strong. Like we can at least give her that, you know? I didn't want to buy the MIB yet, but I feel like it's worth it. And then these are 21, so that's 40,000 and I need 91. So I should sell 2 of them once I have 50,000. Let's use the ball here just to get rid of that stuff. And then we'll sell both of these and then we should have enough. There we go. We still have $40,000 here in farms, plus the money they're going to be making, which is cool. And we still have our boat too. So this guy has a speed buff, or a speedboat. Ha, get it? What a nerd. It's crazy because Flying Fortress is what, 3 or 4 streams that the Spectre has. So the Spectre just has the 1 and he has 4. So, I mean, he's not even 4 times the price. So that's a really strong tower, but I'll add another one there. Well, I guess this one technically, oh, maybe it's just 2 and it looks like 4 because this guy's shooting 1 that looks like 2. I mean, who knows, right? I'm not a specialist here. I'm going to sell both of these again and then buy this one because we're well overpowered here. We have way too much going on. And we're not going to have enough for another one. Well, we might actually, if I sell all this junk, we can buy even a 3rd one. Oh my goodness. Or 4th one, sorry. So we'll go all the way up to that. There we go. Now we have 4 Spectres and a Flying Fortress. It looks like there's a little army of buddies here. You don't even need a first strike at this point. I feel like you can just take it out pretty instantly. And we are. Yeah, just like that. Okay. Now we're on to Chimps with 2 hours and 25 minutes. I'm a little nervous because now that my half cast strategy didn't work because I changed it, am I going to change this strategy and ruin that one too? I hope not, right? So just keep it up the same. That's why I was using this the whole time, so it worked on Chimps. You know, I don't remember what I did to get there though. Oh, I feel like I bought Sada first, or Adora first. I gotta stop calling her that. But now I just don't really remember. So we're just gonna do it this way. I think what I probably did was put this one here and then didn't buy an upgrade and then went straight for Adora. Dang, I probably messed that one up. Okay, I'm a little worried because we're getting into round 14 and 15. And if I don't have Adora, which I do, okay, perfect. I'll put her right there. Now that should cover 15. I mean, she shoots across the entire track. We shouldn't have a problem. I would like to get the other one. I don't know how this is going to work, actually. We don't have any abilities or nothing. Okay, we're fine. As long as we don't have any pink slip through here, we'll be okay, and we don't. So there we go. As long as you get your hero down, it really doesn't matter the order of everything after that, because you just need herders down as fast as possible so you can get that extra little experience in. But then I think I did do it a little bit off what I've done before. Okay, so I got my airburst starts, and then I have just enough time to get enhanced eyesight on both of these ones right here. Not bad. And then I don't want to have problems on 28 again. So instead of getting triple guns, we'll buy this first and put her on strong. Actually, I don't need to do strong. I don't want to make it even more complicated than it needs to be. Like, there's no point in putting on strong. We got literally an alchemist and a door right there. And there's no chance any leads are getting by. But I'm wondering if we should go straight for Berserker Brew, then just make it the airburst stronger. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we should be able to get triple guns, and then that solves the problem for the big old Moab. We can start getting our boat. And then just like before, we're going to place this right here. So if you couldn't tell, I went with a chimp strategy first and then just ran the other ones with it and figured it would be the fastest because it worked the best for chimps. And I think that paid off. I just think that I am dumb, and on half cash, I had a plan and I didn't stick to it for whatever reason, and I made it worse for myself because we could have done just fine, and for whatever reason, I didn't. And I feel like here I'm pushing the envelope. Like, it'd be a lot faster or smarter to get camo now because I know on 42 we're gonna have a problem, but I feel like I can do both. like everybody says that, right? But I can do this one, get the destroyer, and then 40, we should make a good chunk of money. So I should be able to get a camo village by 42. And if not, I feel like we're gonna lose, and that's my fault for being a dum-dum. But I'll use Adora's ability, and I wanted to call her Sada again because I have no brain. We're gonna go here, and then can we do it by 42? Yeah, we should, like seriously, for sure. Come on, come on, come on. But luckily, Adora's ability description says that she can actually pop camo all types of balloons with her ability, which isn't true, but she can do it. And there we go. There we go. Now, do I want to go all the way up to my top path carrier flagship, which we need for 63? Or should I get jungle drums? I feel like jungle drums to get us through like the mobs quicker, just in case something happens. Because you just never know. And I still don't know. No one ever lets me know in the comments. I always ask, do the planes get affected by jungle drums and acidic mixture dip? Like, I don't think they do, right? Like, it's strictly just the boat. But if the planes were affected by jungle drums, would they attack faster or would they just fly faster? I don't know. All right, we're almost there, but it's also getting overwhelming. I think we'll be okay though. Okay, there we go. Yeah, dude, 63 is gonna be no problem. If we just did it with a boat before and the triple guns on half cash, like having the 5th tier boat's gonna be just cakewalk. So now we're going to be using a plane that I don't think we've ever used in this series at all. And I just want to make sure it's in the middle if I can. I'm going to put it right here. That's pretty cool. I'll back it off a little bit. Why not? We're going to go all the way up to the top. And what I keep forgetting when I click this tower is I'll go, okay, well, I want it to be figure 8 so we can just keep attacking both sides at the front, which would be pretty cool. And then I click this one and then I don't even realize till halfway through the run that he's in a really bad spot, not doing what he needs to do. So you got to move it back to figure 8 after you do it. So it's better just to like never hit it until the very end and then change it. It's kind of like the sub, right? Because when you get the 3rd tier top path, it just automatically goes under and you're like, oh no. All right, we're about to have our $45,000, but as I'm saving up for it, I'm thinking like, it's pretty crazy how much the Sky Shredder costs and how much cheaper the boat is. The top path boat is so good value if you think about it. Now, yes, the top path boat has the 26,000 plus the 8,000 for the 4th tier, but the 4th tier in this one's still like $3,000. And it's nowhere near as good as the 4th tier boat. The 4th tier boat is pretty much a 5th tier tower on its own. I feel like it's better than the Juggernaut or Elite Sniper in some cases, right? So, I mean, for the price, it's killer. Let's alk buff this guy too, make him super strong. There we go. Because it's like, it shoots slow enough or however it works that this guy always is buffed by it, which is really cool. I don't think the acidic mixture did but this one, but I feel like when I use it on the Spectre, you never see the buff there at all. So I don't know what's that about. But I'm going to put this guy over here away from the alchemist because I don't want to be alk buffed. But I think before we do that, okay, we'll do this first. We'll actually get Monkey Intelligence Bureau and we'll get this one if we can out of the range. There we go. I believe this is the same order I did it before. That'd be kind of a bummer, but I think I need Spectre for sure. I mean, like, Sky Shredder is good, don't get me wrong. Actually, he's doing way better than the top path boat, huh? He's gonna catch up to it, and he got it like 20 something rounds later. But this is where it gets kind of scary because it is random. So the boat is random because the planes can be wherever the heck they want to be. And it's also random with the Sky Shredder because depending on when you went to the next round or when you bought it, it could be the complete cycle could be out of order. So if I did it in one run and at this exact point he's up here instead of down there, it could be, you know, major problems. So it's just a weird tower and the weird way it works in this game, but I just don't like using too many random towers at once, but that's all we got here. It's random stuff. I mean, even the Spectres throws things in places not the same every time. But luckily, like, they're so strong that it shouldn't matter, you know? It should be fine. Like right here, I don't think I'm even going to use an ability. Yeah, we did pretty good. Even here with the fortifieds, I'm not going to get like a shattering shells because I feel like that would just be too much at this point. We'd have to micro it back and forth. And I feel like more power or a Spectre to clean up is better, even though it's like ceramics and it's not going to do the best. There we go. We got our Spectre. And then I'm going to put a little glue gunner up here. I don't know if it's 100% necessary, but I just know in like the later rounds, a 98, I want to say, it's like, it just gets a little scary. So it'd be nice to have it slow down so we don't have to completely get wrecked. See, like right there, you don't know what's actually coming at each end. So I'm going to use Dora's ability just in case. I think we had no problems there. I did it with no problems before, but you never know. Are we good here? Yeah, I think we're good here. I'll use Dora's ability. Adora's ability. There we go. Glue, 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 glue. That one, that glue had no camo. That was actually pretty scary. We got lucky. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like a lucky play there. And it's kind of a bummer that that works that way. But, you know, I'm going to sacrifice this and make Dora so strong. There we go. She's so strong. But we did it. Oh my God. The time's so terrible. But at least I was able to cheer up by the end of it. Let's see what we got here. FN9. And we got 2 hours and 42 minutes and 10 seconds. Poor Polyphemus all the way in 35th place. Is it Polyphemus or Polyphemus? I think Polyphemus sounds cooler. It's like a Greek thing, right? Just like Lotus Island. But either way, this whole bottom patch, like the last 10, so that we have the top 10 and the last 10, and the last 10 are all losers, like we lost, and that's just how it goes. I don't know if we lost on Glacial Trail. It's just a very slow map, and Monkey Meadow was just slow because we were at the very beginning, so we had 0 towers unlocked, which is purely insanity. But everything else, I feel like we just lost, which I was hoping to see as the completed order goes up. Most of them stay in the top 10 or 20, but as you can see, we still have an 8 here, a 9 here, and a 6 in the loop. So, I mean, yes, those are easier maps. So it's kind of just scattered all over the place. But I'm happy at the end of the day. Like I said, it's Friday. We're going to make it fun. And I'm glad you guys could be here for this. Let me know which one you want to see next, because it's up for grabs, other than I'm thinking maybe Flooded Valley. Or do we have a lot of experts here? They're all really hard, but I think like Flooded Valley, or I'm saving Dark Castle because it's one of my favorite, or it is my favorite expert map because it's so easy. I want to save that one and do just like the best time possible and kind of save that towards the end. So let me know what's next. I'm thinking Flooded Valley, but I also don't want to give myself an aneurysm trying to figure out a strategy that doesn't lose a dozen times. And if you have not yet, check out this video. We Black Border the map rake as fast as we possibly can. That's every single game mode as quickly as possible.